back to Perfectly Prosa Podcast. Welcome to yet another episode of Perfectly Prosa Podcast. I am your host. How are you? How have you been? I feel like it's been such a long time since I last sat before you, even though it's been, 2 weeks? I've missed you. How have you been? I hope you've been doing well. I hope November has been treating you alright. If it hasn't, fingers crossed for the better part of these remaining days of November. So, I think for this episode, we're just going to be picking right off from the previous episode where I shared about one of the major losses I've ever had in my life. I shared how that affected me and how that began a new chapter in my life and the steps that I have been taking to, sort of return to original self, return to original blueprint. So if you haven't seen the previous episode, I would advise that you do so. Kindly, kindly go back because it will help you catch up with what I'm going to be sharing today. So let's start off from the birthday adventures. If you were on my Instagram, if you're on my Instagram, you would have seen I put up the activities that I was going to be doing on my birthday, which included visit to the Gurara waterfalls in Niger State. There we hiked, we swam, we took amazing pictures, we had stretches just in front of the water. It was an amazing time. And then later in the day, I went clubbing with a couple of friends, and that was an experience, guys. I was definitely giving a shower vibes in the club. Oh my god, the things I do when I'm in the club and the alcohol is going are completely different from who you are seeing sitting down right now. So what happens in the club stays in the club, guys. Stays in the club. But it was an amazing time. I had friends, sure. I could spend the next 30 minutes really just talking about how that birthday adventures, how it went, and how I felt, and how blessed I felt, and how amazing and thrilling everything was. But there were some things happening inside of my head that lots of people were not seeing because I wasn't sharing. There was so much going on in my head, and I just told myself to focus on clocking 29. Yes, guys, I'm 29. One more year to step into 30, and I'm super excited for this year. But not to deviate, there was so much going on in my head in the last couple of weeks, and I would like to share some of them. One of the major things that I know was happening in my head was how grateful I was, just how grateful to be alive. I genuinely don't know how. I've been surviving because I can't explain it. It's not something that I can put into words how God has shown up in small things, how He has kept me. I genuinely don't know how to put it, but I was super grateful. I got to the point where I was also grateful for the tragedy that set me on this path. Amazing how that is, but I think I have gotten to a point where I'm grateful for the tragedy that has put me on this path of self-discovery, self-expression, self-love, wellness, and understanding life. So I did a lot of counting my blessings, where I'm going to, the visions that I can see. And as much as I was grateful, I was also having equal parts sadness, equal parts anxiety, equal parts excitement. Almost every year before my birthday, right, I get revelations of things that I should begin to do in my life. And one of the revelations that came this year is how I should take my journey as an experienced curator. which led me to the part of planning the birthday adventures in the way that I did. So I know that I have a mandate to push myself, to seek opportunities and create opportunities that would set me as an experienced creator, as the number one experienced creator in Nigeria. And to be quite honest, I don't know how that's going to work out. I just know it needs to happen. I just know that that's where I'm headed. So I felt a lot of grateful in my heart, and I felt a lot of anxiety. I felt excitement, which came from the realization of what my next part in life is going to be about, of what my next creativity is going to be about. But of course, when you're excited about something new, it also comes with anxiousness, anxiety, fear of the unknown. So I was also a little bit afraid. How am I going to do this? And that led me to reevaluate my life, some of my life goals, some of my life dreams, some of my wishes. How real are they? How achievable they are? And do I need to change my life path? Do I need to change some of my dreams, give up on them? Because I have the biggest dreams ever. I have the enormous dreams ever. I kid you not. I don't dream of small things. I don't think of small things. If you are in my life, you know every time I open my mouth about an idea I have in my heart, there are not usually things that I can do by myself because I need so much support. But for some reasons, I keep getting these dreams. And I know that in the past 1 week, 2 weeks, one of the things that I have been talking to the universe about is, why do you give me such big dreams and don't bring the resources per se? Why? Why have you given me that life path? So of course, some of the things that I was feeling included anxiety about that. How do I make all my dreams come true? What do I do? How do I meet the right people? How am I going to be in the right place at the right time to make things happen for me? Those were some of the things that were in my heart. Another thing that was going on in my head during that week was, okay, so let me tell you, it's amazing how I pray and manifest for things. And it feels like on one hand a whole lot is happening. I can see some of the things that I have sat down and prayed for happening, and on the other hand it feels like the things that I want the most, the things that I hold dear in my heart, the wishes that I have had in my heart since I was little, are not coming to pass. It feels like nothing is happening on that end. While on the other end, I feel like, okay, these other things are happening. So I'm caught in the middle. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be grateful. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be sad. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be happy. It just feels like, what's going on, right? And let me explain. There are some things that have been manifesting, like a job, right? I needed a contract, a job, and I saw that coming towards me. It was amazing how somehow someone is reaching out to me, someone wants me to do this exactly in the line that I'm supposed to be. And on the other hand, I'm manifesting for a new place. I'm manifesting for some certain amount of money, and it feels like nothing is happening on that end. So I was caught in the middle. Do I be grateful? Do I continue to keep being positive? But you know what, guys? Being positive is not the easiest feeling, right? I talk about it all the time. It takes a lot to be positive. It takes a lot to keep going. It takes a lot to keep at it. I was just struggling. I was really struggling. And I started reading some things about me. I started reading some things about my life path, about my path of fortune. Just a lot that helps me understand who I am and where I'm heading. So how many things have I said I was feeling now? First, I was feeling very grateful. I was feeling extremely grateful for where I was, how far I've come. It seems unimaginable that I'm even here. I'm even living. I'm doing some of the things that I love to do. And the other part, I was super excited for the revelations of where I'm supposed to be going. The clear set vision of where I'm taking my life next, what's my next level, what's my next journey about, and that's just being about an experienced creator. And then on the third hand, I was then feeling all amounts of anxiousness, all amounts of anxiety, because the visions you show me, the things you tell me that I have to do, they feel too big. Who am I to dream this big? Who am I to dream this large? Who am I? What gives me the right to have these humongous ideas? How? I don't know anyone. I don't have the connections. So how do you think I'm going to pull these dreams, these visions that you give to me? I felt anxious. And then I began to feel restless, dissatisfied, as much as I was grateful, I still felt like there was a lot that I thought I was going to see before the 17th of November, and I haven't been able to see some of these things, and I don't get it. I don't get why I'm not seeing it, because I know that I can feel them. I can feel them just around me. You know something? I grew up with a mindset, or I was taught in the church, that when things are happening around you, when blessings are in your neighborhood, it means it's your time to hatch right. It means it's your time to tap in. So I felt like some of these things were already happening around me. They were already happening in my neighborhood. So why am I being passed by, right? Why is it that they are jumping past my door? Why is the universe, the Holy Spirit, whoever is distributing these blessings, why is it jumping past me? Why do I get some things that I talk about, pray about? Why do I get them so easily? Whereas there are some things that I spend weeks, months, days meditating on, praying for, and it feels like those ones do not even come. They don't even manifest. That was all. That was so much I was feeling. And when it got, a lot, I told myself, alright, let's do one thing first. Right now, let's deal with counting our lessons only and being excited for the new year, being excited to cross into a new age. And I just decided to focus on what I wanted to experience and what I wanted people to experience on my 29th birthday. So I focused on birthday adventures. I gave it my all, my absolute all. And it was a bomb. So the minute I decided that I wanted to just focus on that, I kept everything aside. I thank God for the gift of being able to compartmentalize, of being able to put things in boxes and deal with them one by one, because that has saved me all my life. And I remember that this year was the first time that I woke up on the 19th, not necessarily thinking about my mom, not necessarily feeling sadness. I woke up just feeling free, refreshed, like I achieved all that I wanted, and feeling happy. And then I think that continued. By the time I was done with all my birthday adventures, by the time everything has run down and I go home on the 19th, I just wanted to disconnect. I didn't have the energy to give anyone. Like, I wasn't ready to talk to anyone. I don't think I have necessarily spoken to anyone per se since the birthday night, because I didn't have the energy to give. I had to focus all my energy in making sure that happened as I had hoped about it. And then when I woke up on Sunday, guys, all the emotions that I kept aside, all the emotions came rushing. The minute I opened my eyes on Sunday the 20th, I broke down. I kid you not. I broke down. Every emotion that I had felt. 1 minute I was thanking the Lord. I was speaking out words of gratitude. And the next minute I was praying that the spirit of fear be lifted off my body. And the next minute I was wondering, why are all the things, why are they not here? The things she promised me, the things she told me that I was going to see before the 15th of November, why are they not here yet? Guys, I got overwhelmed just thinking about it right now. I still feel overwhelmed, but I knew that I had pushed my emotions too much. Sorry about that break in transmission. I still feel overwhelmed just talking about it. So when I woke up with all of these emotions, I told myself, okay, it's time to unpack. It's time to understand what's going on. It's time to understand what my body is trying to say to me and why I'm feeling all these rush emotions. So I just lay down and I was just, quiet and just let every thought, good, bad, ugly, let every thought have its time. So I felt everything that needed to be felt. The pain of missing my mom, I had to feel it. The pain of having a death or a death scare, because in the course of the week a friend of mine was in an accident and I didn't let myself feel that or process that happened. I let myself feel the fear of not knowing what comes next, knowing that I had to do big things but not knowing how I have to do those big things or how I'm going to get it done. I let that come. I stopped closing up. I stopped hiding behind grateful, counting my blessings, and not wanting to deal with all of that. Guys, I can't cry on. You guys, forgive me. I don't know. Forgive me. But yes, I let myself unpack all emotions. There's no need suppressing some parts of what my body is feeling. I have to let it go through this pain, through these transformations. So I let myself feel all the scares I've had, all the fear of the unknown. So I gave myself a couple of hours to just feel. I broke down completely and then I started building myself back up. Yes, guys, I started speaking to myself. I started repeating everything that I have read, everything that I have seen, everything that has spoken to me. I just started building myself back up, right? And as I was doing so, my phone beeped. I got an email. I am subscribed to a daily affirmation from one of these astrologers, and I'm going to read what came. Okay? So here was the message. Daily affirmation for November 20th. Everything is magically and perfectly aligning in my life. My unconditional belief and trust in my wildest dreams and possibilities transcends fear and negativity. I am blessed with unshakable enthusiasm and love for life. I am divinely supported by the universe. I added that part. How amazing that the minute, the hour that I needed to hear from the Lord, the hour that I needed to hear from the universe, these words came. Everything is magically and perfectly aligning in my life. my unconditional belief and trust in my wildest dreams and possibilities transcends fear and negativity. I'm blessed with unshakable enthusiasm and love for life. And then I added this part, because right now and right here, I am making a new stand. I am making a new declaration. I am taking a new stand in my life. I gave on the 20th to my emotions. I gave it my all. I gave it my surrender. I allowed it to run free. I allowed it to take all the parts of me it needed to take. I felt it. Well, never again. I am taking a new stand. I'm taking a new path. And here are my new declarations. I am divinely supported by the universe. I am giving life to new patterns, new habits, and new ways of expressing myself. So, today I'm making a declaration. I'm taking a stand that in my entire 29th year, I am going to stay positive. No matter what happens, I will not question the ways of the Lord. I will not seek to know how it will happen. I will not falter in the face of adversities, in the face of challenges, in the middle of the storm. In the middle of the chaos, I will always be still. I would always give thanks, knowing that it is at that moment that my dreams are coming true. I would transcend all fears and negativity by living my wildest dreams, by believing in myself, by believing that I have put on this earth to do great things. So therefore, nothing else but greatness can come of my life. This is a new part, and I'm doing it in front of you, so you can be a new witness. Nothing going forward is going to shake my resolve. Nothing going forward is going to make me think that I deserve less than I dream of, less than my visions of life. I'm going to stand steadfast in my dreams. But you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to leave every emotion. Going forward, whatever any day brings, I'm game. I'm up for it. If tomorrow brings joy, I'm going to be joyous. If tomorrow brings shame, I'm going to be joyous. If tomorrow brings sadness, I'm still going to be joyous. Because if I have made it this far, if I've gotten to this point, I can't be worried anymore. So yes, that's my new stand in life. I have set my intentions, and now I'm just going to allow myself to fully release and let go, knowing, believing that any opportunity that is truly meant for me will be just for me. The universe makes no mistakes. I am clearing out and making space for emotional fulfillment in every aspect of my life. Sometimes I've understand that releasing the past can be difficult. And at this moment, I realized that was what has been happening to me, releasing the past. That was what all those emotional roller coasters has been about these past weeks. I am releasing the past. Fear, anxiety, negativity, they are all in the past for me. I mean it, they are all in the past for me. I'm embarking on a new adventure, a whole new adventure, a whole new cycle, This chapter that I have begun is all about me. It's all about me, this new chapter. I'm going to keep maturing. I'm going to keep cutting cords to anything that holds me back. And right now, what is holding me back is fear and trying to understand how things are going to happen. No more. I refuse to see lack. I refuse to see lack anymore. Everything is going to be an adventure going forward. Absolutely everything is going to be an adventure. I am fully letting go of control, which is the hardest thing for me to let go. But in this moment, with you as my witness, I'm fully letting go. And I want to invite everyone to join me on this path, because there are a lot of you that the universe has been speaking to, that the universe has been asking to let go, and you are holding on to control, because control is all that you have. You feel like if you let go of control of the circumstances, control of life, things will crash down. I just want to let you know that sometimes things have to fall apart. Buildings have to collapse. The worlds have to end so that a new one can begin. Join me on this journey that we do not know where it takes us to. Just join me with the assurance that His thoughts towards us are of good and never of evil. If you have been seeing signs, if you've been seeing numbers like 1111, 1010, 0909, 0808, 1616, 444, this journey is for you. It's the time to embark on this journey. If we do not embark on this journey now, if you do not take this leap of faith, I don't know when it's going to come around again. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I know that there are specific people who the universe, who God has been given nudges. Feel all the emotions you need to feel, and then completely let go. Everything is going to align. You know why? Because we are divinely supported by the universe. Everything is going to align. So, in my 29th, I'm going to be the paragon of positivity. I'm going to cancel every negative thought with a positive thought. This is a challenge for me, so I expect that I'm going to be here in another 1 year and tell you how this journey went for me. Because I've never embarked on this before, on absolutely not seeing negativity, on absolutely not giving life to anything negative. This is a whole new one for me, and I'm excited. I'm super excited. It took me 2 weeks of up and down emotions to get to this point, to realize that this is where I'm going to. All I can say is that year 29 is in the hands of God. I don't want to chat my life anymore. I am completely relinquishing control to the universe. Take me. How far, how wild, how crazy, how rough, how emotional this journey may be, I'm ready. So are you joining me? You who have dreamt those dreams, who have seen those visions, who have seen these numbers, who have heard the voices, join me. You need to wake up. You need to take a stand now. You need to let go of that control that you've held for so long onto. It's time to let it all go. The theme of 2029 for me is letting it all go, releasing every baggage, and just living positively. I hope that I made sense. I wasn't quite sure where this episode was going to take me to today, because I couldn't quite put the words together when I was meditating and contemplating on these episodes. But this is where I'm at. This is where the universe has led me to in this podcast. So I hope I've been able to communicate. I hope that I have reached someone. I hope that I have touched someone. And I hope you join me on this journey, wherever it may take us. We are no longer trying to control our future. We're no longer trying to control our future. All we are going to do right now is live and respond. Live and respond. Live and respond. At all times, respond. So thank you. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry that I cried at some point. It wasn't my intention. And I just want to say a big thank you for all of you who have supported me. It has meant so much to me. Every time when randomly one of you just sends me a message and says, oh, I listened to your podcast and I got this, it blesses my life. Thank you. Thank you that there's this 15 people, there's this 20 people, there's this 25 people, there's this 10 people who are ready to listen to me, that are ready to let me know that I have a voice. You made my 28th year worth it. I hope you stay with me in my 29th year, because we're going to be doing amazingly, wonderfully well, transcending every expectations. There's no limit to what you and I are going to be doing in this new year. So thank you to my real MVPs. You guys have been with me from day one. I'm super grateful. I saw you all sharing the podcast on my birthday. Thank you for doing so. Thank you for listening. I love you. I love you so much. And I just pray for blessings upon you. Thank you. Thank you so much. In other news, the giveaway is still going on. I haven't seen anyone really who has left a comment. To be quite honest, I'm not just going to give away for the sake of giving away. I'd rather return it to the person doing it. I've not seen any of you really comment. So please, if you would love to be the winner of our data giveaway, please leave a comment. Let me know one or two things that you took away from today's episodes. Remember, the first 2 people to like, share, and leave a comment get the reward of data giveaway. They would win the giveaway. So I'll be looking out for your comments. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, please share, please share. I always talk about sharing because that's the only way this can get to the next person who needs to hear it. Sometimes the things that I talk about are not necessarily for my regular listeners. They might be for someone else. So please share the love, leave a comment, hit that like button. I'll stop here for now, okay? So until I talk to you again next week, keep being perfectly you.